really, I shower every day. But if the girl, doesn't shower every day, that wouldn't be no big deal. But the thing is, if it got to a point where, I couldn't stand it no more, I just, tell her nicely, you need to go take a shower.
Okay, so Gary is the kind of person that he has a fetish for is sweaty. Like he doesn't mind it, but after a week, that's crossing the line, and that's when he's like, okay, no more. Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome, and I hope you have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
You're listening to the show. My name is Elizabeth, and we're on Discover. And we actually, okay, so some of you guys do mind it and some don't mind it. You could still send me messages. Let me know where you stand when it comes to the natural scent, or do you like the, the cologne, perfume, the fruity lotions, whatever it is. Tweet me, message me, let me know at Elizabeth Meza Official. And, all right, so let's continue with this survey. It says the natural scent of a man has women from some countries, namely French, which is 43%, and then Polish is 42%, Spanish 33%, Belgium 21%. They're the ones that like natural scent. According to the majority of cheating women in Denmark, their countrymen are particularly clean and well-kept. Statistics show almost 3/4 of Danish ladies prefer a man who smells natural. You know what? I think natural is okay when you step out of the shower and maybe you're just in the house and if you're at home and, it's not too hot, maybe that's when it's okay. Because then you'll probably smell a little manly. But then also you have to make sure that you get a good diet as well. Because if you don't have a good diet, then that can also interfere with your body scent. And at that point, then I don't want the natural stuff. Actually, I don't even want to smell you. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about specifically. There's some people that eat a lot of garlic. That kind of smell when it comes out of your pores, I don't like it. Like that is, I know it's good for you. I know garlic, it's excellent, but especially if I'm working out at the gym and I'm not going to say I'm next to the person, because usually when I go to the gym, I try not to be next to people that, I try to not to be next to anybody, only because I like to listen to my music a little bit loud. And, so I just, I try to go where there's no one on my right or my left. But when there is somebody that comes either to my right or left and their body scent is, super strong from garlic. And if I'm working out, I have to say that's the one thing that, like, to me, it's like a no-go. And it kind of kills my vibe when I'm working out. I try not to be obvious. I will not step out immediately, but I'm going to give it like 5 minutes or less. I'm going to let a song play out. And if I feel that they're going to be there for a while, then I will have to leave the machine and go to a different machine, because I just cannot concentrate. Like, to me, it just kills it. Let me know, since we're talking about scents and smells, let me know, what is that one scent that is a turnoff for you? And, you either tell the person, or if you're at the gym, you have to walk away and go to a different machine. Okay, so CJ from Canada, he couldn't call in. He sent me a message on Facebook, and he said the perfect scent for me would have to be vanilla natural oils. When they are warm by the right body, it just drives me wild. Okay, CJ, could you have been a little bit more elaborate? Could you, expand on that? But he said only if it's worn by the right woman. I think he meant to say when they are worn by the right, or warmed by maybe it's like the chemistry he's saying, like maybe if it's the right chemistry. And then I asked him, I said, okay, so now let's spin this. I asked him, I said, how about natural scent? How much is too much? And this is what he said. If the scent overpowers or knocks you over, it's too much. As for natural scent, one would expect that regular bathing, unless camping in the wild for a couple of weeks, would occur. Oh my God. Okay, CJ, we need to talk about this. We just had Raymond. I'm sorry, not Raymond. We just had Gary. Gary called in and he said for him, like I asked him, what's too much for you, where you then tell a person, okay, you know what, that's a little too much. Like I know I like, the sweat, but that's too much. He said for him, it would be a week. Are you telling me that 2 weeks is where that's your cutoff, or you're like, okay, 2 weeks is too much? Like, okay, you have to do something about that. You have to clarify that for me, CJ. So send me a message and clarify it. I won't have time to mention it on the air, but do clarify it just for me, my own purposes, and let me know what is what is too much for you? Like after week number 2, would you be like, okay, that's a little too much? Or do you have like 1 week also? Like what is your, what's your limit when you decide, okay, no more, like you need to go take care of that? Okay, so now Molina on Instagram, and that would be Jamie, he said he likes strawberry. Like for him, like the perfect scent for him would be strawberry. And then I asked him, I said, well, what about when it comes to a woman's natural scent? How much is too much? And, is it like yay or nay for you when it comes to natural? His response was, women must smell clean, smell like candy, fruity. So he obviously likes the fruity smell. So he's not a natural guy. He's the guy that you have to be fruited up. Instead of suited up, I'm going to say fruited up. So he likes strawberry. That's his favorite. So he's a fruity type of guy. He likes his women to be fruity, smelly. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I have to say, like, do I have any fruity smells? I used to have. I've actually crossed over to vanilla. Like my favorite scent right now is vanilla, and then also almond. And those are my two favorite. I wear the almond oil from L'Occitane, and then I've got this vanilla perfume that is really delicious. If you guys can get a great perfume for your women, for your ladies, you guys have to go to the Scent Bar or scentbart.com. It's in LA, and they have, you know what? Send me a message if you want me to send you the name of my perfume so I can send it to you. I can't think of it. You know what? It's kind of like I have it at the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming out. Oh God, Larry, can you please, I think you'll have it. Can you tweet it, and I'll retweet that name so I can, so then they know exactly which one it is that I'm referring to. I also have, like, the one thing that I really, really like a lot is guys got to go to bootyparlor.com. I love their pheromone roll-on perfume. I use that a lot. So I use that on top of my vanilla, and then I also like to they have this really nice shimmer powder which is edible with pheromones. And I also like their pheromone lotion, and I combine all that with my almond oil and vanilla, and that just like is really, really good. If you guys remember when PZ, which is Pilar, we went out to eat with Larry when Larry was in town a couple years ago. And Larry was trying to talk to Pilar and I, and we were at the restaurant, and Pilar just kept saying, "Oh my God, you smell so good. Oh my gosh, you smell really good. Like, what are you wearing? What do you smell?" Those are my, like, the combination. So I think because I chose the perfect perfume, it's just like a perfect scent, with my body chemicals and chemistry. So it just vibes really, really well. All right, man, let's go back to this survey. I need to know if this is accurate or not, or, forget about accuracy. I need to know how you guys feel about what this thing is talking about. It's talking about the gentlemen that are sensitive to smell. It says that they have admitted to leaving their lover before because they didn't like their scent. Okay, men, is that true? Is it true that you will actually leave your lover because they don't like their scent? And I'm not talking about sweaty scent. I'm talking about maybe the type of perfume, the type of lotion that she's wearing. It's not vibing with her chemicals, so it kind of smells kind of cheap. Let me know if that is a reason for you to leave her, or would you actually tell her, or would you not tell her? Would you just buy her a cologne or a perfume or a lotion and tell her, this is my favorite. Can you please wear this when I see you? What do you guys do? What have you done? Have you been there? Will you do that? And will you leave her because of her scent? You don't like the cologne, perfume, the lotion that she's wearing. Tweet me at Elizabeth Meza. Message me on Facebook, Elizabeth Meza Official. Okay, and check this out. A massive, whopping 78% of women would go home alone rather than sleep with a man who smells bad. You know what? I would be in that massive, whopping 78% because, yes, I do not like, I don't like bad body odor. If you don't smell good, you know, it's not even about smelling good. If you smell bad, then that's like an immediate turnoff. Like I won't even continue talking to you. So yeah, I'm with that percentage. What about you, men? What is bad for you? Like what actually would make you go home, or would you even go home alone if she smelled bad? Or are you the kind of guy that, you know what they say sometimes when the woman's not attractive, you talk of it, like there's that saying where you just put a bag over her face. Would it be the same thing where you just kind of get wasted, like stupid wasted, so you don't smell her and then you still hit it and quit it? Like how many men have done that before? Like what percentage of men have done that? All right, you guys have to really tell me what you guys do, what I just said, because according to this survey, it says that men, however, on the other hand, they will take whatever they can get. So it says 5 in every 10 say they'll put up with the smell once they have the woman in the bedroom. Cochinos. That's pretty gross. You know what? That's like straight up nasty. I hope my son is not in that percentage. You know, when he gets to the age, when he's old enough, I hope that he's going to be the kind of man that he's going to be like, oh, hell no, like go in that shower. Because that's straight up nasty right there. Wow, that's crazy. And then you know what? An astonishing 100% of French and Spanish women say a man who doesn't smell attractive is a non-negotiable, which, you know what? I agree. To me, it's like that's a deal breaker. For me, it's like if you don't smell good, it's just like bye. It's like It's like adios, hasta luego. All right, so remember I was mentioning and I was talking about the type of foods that you eat. Climate and food habits can play an important factor in how each culture interprets smell and their specific tolerance towards it, which is true. I am not huge on, like I said, when I'm at the gym and if somebody comes next to me, whether if it's a female or a guy, and if they smell really bad, like that strong garlic, I'm sorry, but I walk away because you just fucked up my workout. Like you just, if I was going hard and if I was, if I was in it, like you just messed me up. Like you killed my vibe and I have to start over again. Like that really just pisses me off. It's like, I don't like that at all. I think the most important thing is if you drink a lot of water, and it doesn't matter, like it does matter what you eat, but I think that the key thing is drinking a lot of water. So if you do drink a lot of water, I don't think that you'll have a big issue with, whatever you eat. Like, for example, garlic. You know what? I actually want to know. Now I'm curious, since I'm talking about this. How many of you guys out there or women eat a shitload of garlic, like a lot of garlic because it's so good for you and you like it, but you drink a lot of water? How many of you do that? And can you honestly be honest? Can you tell me if it comes out of your pores, like, is it bad